I will listen and I will not judge. Or maybe I will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bruh.
Don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers. It took me years to be able to laugh about it. I had to learn to laugh, not to cry no more.
This should look good.
50-year response was fantastic, and I'll take the blue pill.
Wow. Okay.
You went viral because you were talking about your ex.
The organs were fat.
What spell did you put on my friend?
It was the blue pill.
I got the magic stick.
Is this a little bit of love there for Vivica?
Yeah, I don't hate her. That just happened 23 years ago.
Bruh.
Penny can't even buy you a penny. It costs nearly 4 cents to make one, which is why on Wednesday the U.S. Mint pressed the final penny.
Oh, nah. Hold up. Moment of silence, bro. Moment of silence. Hold up. That's wow.
Tributes are pouring in.
Our children and our grandchildren will never know what that copper coin is.
Democrats on the House Oversight Committee releasing emails that they say were written by Jeffrey Epstein that explicitly, specifically mention Donald Trump by name.
I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Are you surprised?
Jeffrey Epstein writes to Ghislaine Maxwell and says, quote, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. There's a name that's redacted, which the House Oversight Committee has said is a victim of Jeffrey Epstein, but they say redacted spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
And Michael Wolff emails Jeffrey Epstein, quote, I hear that CNN is planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in a scrum. Epstein wrote, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? He said, in regards to Trump, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the House, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
What do you mean Trump gave Bill Clinton a blow? What do you mean? What do you mean there are photos that Putin has? And why is Bill Clinton's third leg in everybody's mouth but Hillary's?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
I'm obsessed with the videos that the Trump White House has put out ever since the Bubba blowing story came out. He's not gay, okay? Do you not see his wife? They're holding hands. It's so cute. They chose like the gayest music. Can someone tell them they chose the gayest music, please?
Meanwhile, I'm gonna come.
A tense exchange that President Trump had with the press aboard Air Force One is now going viral to try to get a female reporter to stop asking questions about the Epstein files.
In the files,
Quiet.
Meanwhile,
What did the president mean when he called reporter piggy?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
So I think the president being frank and open and honest to your faces rather than hiding behind your backs is frankly a lot more respectful than what you saw in the last administration.
really, bitch? Really?
I think everyone in this room should appreciate the frankness and the openness that you get from President Trump on a near daily basis.
Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party was so over the top. The Beverly Hills Police Department showed up twice. The party happened at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's $165 million mansion, which was decked out in full 007 glam. And it seems every Hollywood A-lister made the guest list, including Justin Bieber, Adele, Mariah Carey, Prince Harry, and Meghan, plus, of course, the entire Kardashian-Jenner clan. But around midnight, neighbors called the cops, first because of a noise complaint when Bruno Mars started performing. Then the cops came back again because of the giant fake hedges that were blocking the road. They didn't have a permit for it. So police issued a warning, which is a reminder, I guess, that even billionaires need to ask the city for permission to put up hedges. Also, on a night where everyone was a VIP, here were the two VVVVIPs. Of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Clap if you care. Clap if you care.
I asked the Crown Prince, outside of Trump, because I blow everyone away, who was the best president for Saudi Arabia? And you could, maybe, it's an interesting answer. I don't know.
Roosevelt, who started it, which is a Democrat. Wrong. But we've worked with all presidents.
Does Trump blow them all away?
No, it's another league, Mr. President.
And Trump doesn't give a fist pump. I grabbed that hand. I don't give a hell where that hand's been. I grabbed that hand.
What did he say?
Marry, F, kill, communism, socialism, capitalism.
Oh, I would marry capitalism, Israel.
Okay.
Socialism and communism, I would kick to the curb.
A few moments later.
I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Were you surprised by the reaction? The reaction definitely was a surprise, but I love genes. I did a gene that.
Stupid. The criticism of white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
I don't care what they may think of me.
Cardi B gives birth and welcomes a baby boy with boyfriend Stefon Diggs.
All's fair, Ryan Murphy's new Hulu legal drama centered around Kim Kardashian just debuted with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Guardian gave it 0 stars, saying Kim Kardashian's divorce drama is fascinatingly, existentially terrible. Not even Glenn Close can save this Ryan Murphy disaster from its dismal plots, clueless characters, and the worst kissing scenes ever filmed.
It was juvenile, tuneless, mediocre, and horrible.
The Hollywood Reporter barely gave it a star. Another outlet said that it was crime against television.
You know, I wasted everyone's money, I wasted everyone's everything, and I feel bad. You don't think I feel bad?
Hello, and welcome to a new series that I will be calling The Danish Deception.
Here's the viral Danish deception story that everyone's talking about, summed up in 2 minutes. So former Bachelor contestant Onyeka has dropped a 27-part TikTok series exposing how her husband scammed her and their loved ones out of over $300,000. Onyeka met him while on holiday in Croatia and they clicked instantly. They were inseparable. He was tall, handsome, and charming, and he was rich. He had a job as a CEO earning over $400,000. The only problem she saw is that he is from Denmark and she lives in the USA. When she returned home to the US, they quickly fell into an intense long-distance relationship. He starts flying her out all over the world to see him, Saint-Tropez, Cannes, and he's giving her lavish gifts. They are obsessed with each other, they're in love, and they get married very quickly so he can start the process of moving to the US. But then it all starts going wrong and the money requests start rolling in. He tells her that an apartment complex he's invested in Denmark urgently needs repairs, and so she sends him $6,000. Then he tells her that all of his available money, around $300,000, has been temporarily frozen by the IRS or Danish authorities so they can conduct a tax investigation. So he's now saying he has pretty much no access to any money. So at this point, she's now paying for everything, flights, hotels, and constant trips, because remember, they're still long distance. And he starts needing money for more and more emergencies. She sends him another $5,000 after there's a fire in the apartment complex. Then he tells her he's $300,000 in tax debt. She sends him $15,000 to help clear the debt. Then he asks her for another $3,000 to help out a friend. And these requests just keep coming and keep coming until he owes her thousands of dollars. But then she finally learns the truth of where all the money's been going. It turns out he has a severe gambling addiction. These apartments he owns, they don't exist. And she finds out that he actually scammed his own friend out of $200,000. He also owes her mum $10,000 and is forging documents to make it look like he's going to pay the money back. He isn't. And he's taken $3,000 off of her sister. So after finding all of this out, you think she's gonna leave him. Wrong. He actually decides that he's gonna leave her. He demands a divorce and says he's disappearing back to Denmark and that she'll never see him again. After he left, she discovered that he'd been dating and scamming multiple other women. She's now telling her story on TikTok to millions of people, and she's building a case to try and have him prosecuted.
That motherfucker took $30,000 from me. Keep in mind, he still owes me $6,000 at this point. He said, can you send me $5,000? After some time, he talks me into loaning him the $15,000. I end up loaning him an additional $3K, not even a week after I had already given him $15K. I remember I gave him like a small amount, maybe like $3,000. We ended up going to Portugal for a week. We used my credit cards the majority of this trip. Your ex owes my husband $200,000. And I saw that there was a cash advance for $7,000. My little sister looks at me and she says, he took $3K from me. I find another friend that he owed $10,000 to. My co-workers that I used to work with, husband gave him $10,000 to. And what was in his account? 34 cents. As most of you are aware of, I made the grave mistake of marrying a professional, international criminal con artist, and I wanted to share with you guys the lessons that I have learned.
Trump this weekend attacking his former ally, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling her a lunatic and a traitor after she supported releasing the files.
I believe the country deserves transparency in these files.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Greene has long been one of President Trump's most loyal supporters.
Let's get him back in the White House for 4 more years.
Today saying she is now getting threats following the president's attacks against her.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I feel like I'm sitting next to a completely different Marjorie Taylor Greene. Why the change?
Why?
You've gone so right, you're on the left now.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, the one-time fierce supporter of President Trump and the face of his MAGA base, is resigning from Congress.
Pussy must be exhausted.
Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to run for Senate in Georgia. She wanted to be the Republican nominee for Senate. She was gearing up for that statewide race, and Trump told her no. The White House and Trump land shut down Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal ambitions to run for Senate. And she has been on a revenge tour ever since. All of this stuff that you're like, oh my God, it is all personally motivated.
Yeah, it's true. Ask about it. Ask.
President Trump has now signed the Epstein Files bill into law, the final step to force the Justice Department to turn over everything it has on Epstein within the next 30 days.
Finally.
Does the new investigation by the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney prevent the department from releasing all of the remaining files?
Good question.
We'll continue to follow the law and to have maximum transparency.
Okay.
What are you doing here over the next 30 days as we understand it?
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
What does that mean? Do you mean that you will provide all the files by 30 days?
We will follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
Is this bitch for real?
A man charging at Ariana Grande as she walked a red carpet overseas. Cynthia Erivo quickly jumping in to help. The influencer has a history of accosting celebrities, including Katy Perry and The Weeknd. When posting on Instagram, "Dear Ariana Grande, thank you for letting me jump on the yellow carpet with you."
Finally, I dreamed about meeting Ariana Grande, and finally, my dreams became true.
Are you crazy? Madness has entered your brain. Mental illness, which one?
The man was arrested and charged with being a public nuisance. Those outlets report that he's already made his first appearance in court and that he says he's going to plead guilty.
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up! You're going to jail! You're going to jail!
Now to the peculiar behaviour of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo during their latest Wicked promotional tour.
A beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know. She's getting the fixing it.
What we chose to do with the roles was something that I think that should be studied.
Yeah. Where are you from? Dayton, Ohio.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'm that friend that's too woke, but I honestly do not find what's funny with all of these different memes and videos villainizing and making fun of Cynthia Erivo. Like, obviously you guys know what happened in Singapore with the whole incident with the fan, but these videos that have come out of it, and mostly it's from men who are dressing up as Cynthia and like pretending, you know, with everything that's going on. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I feel like there's a lot of underlying tones of racism in it, misogyny. Like, why is it always men? Why are you making her very masculine? Like, she's just as small as our. I mean, it's just, no matter back, like, it's just, I don't like it. Like, some of the videos are funny. Like this one behind me, this video was hilarious when they were like pretending to be Ariana and Cynthia, because the interviews are like that. But some of the ones that I'm seeing online, it's not right.
Crazy? That shit is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. That shit got me so hot.
Americans will lose 135 billion pounds by the midterms.
The president appeared to be struggling to stay awake as his cabinet members went around the table and touted his accomplishments.
I actually write about the issue of what has been happening in Gaza in my book.
Yeah, so what's your point?
We should have done more as an administration. Should have spoken publicly about our criticism of the way that Netanyahu and his government were executing this war.
No shit.
We had more levers in terms of leverage that we did not use. The inhuman nature of what has happened to the Palestinian people in Gaza, the innocent civilians. Yep.
The United States Department of Education under the Trump administration reclassified these degrees and no longer considered them professional because they no longer want to cover them under federal student loans. Nursing is not the only program that they reclassified and no longer call it a professional degree. Here's a list right here: nursing, physician assistants, physical therapists, audiologists, architects, accountants, educators, social workers. So only the people that are trust fund kids or come from family that planned and saved for college would be able to take these programs because they're going to have to pay for it out of pocket.
Why does this matter? Because nursing is one of them careers that pull you up out of poverty. Gives us a great opportunity to provide for our families and for our life. Most homeowners I know, nurses. A lot of heads of households, nurses. A lot of minority women, nurses. So declassifying us as a professional practice, you thereby limit our access to funding. So you limit a lot of women and minorities women access to further climb the socioeconomic ladder.
The American dream is dead.
We have to pay attention to what's happening in Sudan. If you don't know, Sudan is currently facing the world's largest humanitarian crisis. This crisis, this genocide, has been happening for a while, especially in the Darfur region. But a couple days ago, the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, which is funded by the UAE, took over the city of El Fasher, and within 48 hours, 2,000 people were massacred. And I have to say this, what's happening in Sudan is not a civil war. Do not call it a civil war. There are outside forces who want the resources of gold, oil that are in Sudan, preying on the land with no regard for the people living on it.
It's mine, you understand? Mine! All mine! Get back in there! Down, down, down! Go, go, go! Mine, mine, mine!
And I just don't like the way paparazzi always do the worst pictures in the whole world, so I can't go anywhere. And it's astoundingly different than what's therefore there, obviously. And I guess it's do have to improve, but at the same time, it's so offensive and so incredibly mean. And that's why I don't like America. I never have, never will. Sorry, folks. I'm sorry.
I hate it here!
Oh, we're just chilling.
In our geriatric bed.
Yeah. this bed vibrates.
Okay. Sabrina Carpenter is at war with the Trump White House. The pop megastar is fuming after they used one of her songs in a video of ICE agents in action.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? I'm not for the bullshit. I'm not.
The White House responded by mocking her. Anyone who would defend these sick monsters must be stupid, or is it slow?
I know it sucks, but it's time to leave Spotify. Like, for real this time, guys. It was already bad enough that recently Spotify has been hella glitchy, the volume not working, not connecting to Bluetooth, their artist discovery being only pushing the same artist over and over again, not paying the artist that they literally profit off of. That should be bad enough. Should have been bad enough when we found out a few years ago that they never credited the intern that came up with their Spotify Wrapped feature. But on top of all of that bullshit, the CEO decides to start investing in AI military violence. And then they had the nerve to start running ICE recruitment ads.
This morning, Campbell's Soup is denying claims about its products, allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for 4 people. Who buys it? I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what we bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
That's not a mistake.
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit filed by Robert Garza, a cybersecurity analyst for Campbell's, who claims he was fired after reporting the alleged remarks.
Yeah, that was dumb. Stupid.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, the footbridge collapsed during the opening ceremony of a new pedestrian bridge. The bridge was built by President Felix Tshisekedi's construction company for around $2 million US.
You serious?
Sanaya Monet is a product of artificial intelligence, and her creator is 31-year-old Talisha Jones.
No way. No way. Lyrics are 100% me.
All those lyrics.
Yes, ma'am.
You write all the lyrics.
Yes.
Porsche made an ad that is 100% human made. It is beautiful, but you know what it shows? It clearly shows that generative AI is made for poor people and the arts are only for the rich. We have been seeing this agenda of generative AI. You have to use generative AI because that's the future of work. You have to use generative AI so you're not left behind. But honestly, as an AI ethicist, what I can see is that generative AI is being pushed to poor people while rich people are making it super duper clear that they are not touching it. And this ad made by Porsche is a great example because they are showing to the rich audience that they don't have to worry because they will still be human. They will still be artsy. They will still have soul. But the interesting thing here is that when you take, for example, a brand like Coke, just a few weeks ago, they also released a Christmas ad, but that one was AI generated. It was full of AI slop. It was honestly horrible, but they did it because to them, they don't care about whatever they push. They just want to sell. And I think this is showing a bigger movement that the content that is created for the masses will be AI generated. So underprivileged people will write with AI, they will read AI, they will consume AI, while rich people will put their kids in schools that don't have tablets, that don't use generative AI, and that are discussing philosophy and culture and art. And what will happen with that is an increase in the divide. Rich people will get smarter and underprivileged people will get dumber. They will get dumber because they will be fed generative AI crap that will not be stimulating to their brains. And the more propaganda that is pushed that you have to use generative AI because if you don't, you're going to lose your job, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind, the more that we're normalizing this divide, because this propaganda is only being pushed to the masses. The rich people don't have that happening. And no, I'm not talking about your rich friends. I am talking about the billionaires. I'm talking about the wealthy people that are controlling the world, the ones that would really benefit from the dummification of society. They know the importance of writing text. They know the importance of reading text. They know the importance of consuming content that is well made. But tech bros and people in power are pushing this agenda that you need to use generative AI so you're not left behind because they want you dumb. They don't want you to consume art. They don't want you to read books. They don't want you to consume philosophy. They want you dumb so they can control you. So the more generative AI they feed you, the more generative AI they push to your throats, the dumber you will get. So please, it's time to wake up. Stop listening to this agenda that tells you that you need to use generative AI to be better. You don't. What will make you smarter and better is reading, writing, thinking for yourself. It is not outsourcing your brain to ChatGPT. Remember, generative AI is for the poor. Rich people will continue to read, write, and think for themselves. So wake up.
Yup.
Hey Italy, what happened with you? A man here dressed up as his dad's mother to get pension money. Her son, who was a former nurse, didn't tell anyone that she died. Why? To get her pension money. And apparently he collected 53,000 euros per year because of that. But people didn't know that she died, like there would be a smell. So he used a syringe to remove fluids from her and then wrapped her in a sleeping bag. Then he hid her in the laundry room closet. Bro, I had a dead body in me for 3 years. That's kind of messed up, but how did he even get caught? So this year we wanted everyone to renew their identity card in person. But the mother died, so she obviously couldn't go. Yeah, so the son decided to dress up as his mother to take that identity card picture. And he put a wig, woman's clothes, jewelry, everything, you know? He tried to be her, but he got caught after all of that. Yeah, so first of all, he drove to town hall, but his mom didn't have a license. When he went to talk to someone at town hall, the person in town hall was like, something doesn't look right. That woman has a neck beard, hairy hands, and a male voice. So he told the police, and then the police checked the cameras and saw that the guy was driving and the woman was not supposed to be driving, so they arrested him and they found the dead body in the closet in the sleeping bag. Finally! Oh, some people are crazy.
This is just some crazy shit, and there are no words to express the crazy.
We're exposed
everybody's location and where they're based from has got to be one of the best social media updates I've seen from a platform in a while. Of course, you had a ton of MAGA bot accounts get exposed, like this one called Ultra MAGA Trump 2028, based in Nigeria. Like, bro, come on. America_40, based in Bangladesh. Russian army, based in India. The Department of Homeland Security of the government, based in... I'm sorry, what does that say? Funny thing is, now all of a sudden it's changed to based in United States. Interesting. You also had this account called Native American Soul, that's based in Bangladesh. Well, it is pretty funny to see all these bot accounts on Twitter get exposed. It's kind of scaring me too, because like how many people's personal political views in America have been based on a bunch of these bot accounts? Like I think people can agree universally, no matter their political views, that the people giving political opinions on the country should be Americans. Now, I'm not sure why Elon Musk decided to do this, because a lot of the accounts exposed were MAGA accounts, but there was also some liberal accounts too. And I don't know, I fully believe every platform should implement this, because at this point, I've always said, I don't think Americans are truly that extreme. Most you see in the street on average, like people just have their leanings, this and that, but it's never this crazy. And this kind of proves that like all these foreign countries are putting extremist accounts to influence Americans and make us hate each other.
It's stupid. None of it's true. None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie. They don't want to give me credit for anything.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I swear to God.
He just did my nostrils. Everybody does their nose at one point in their life.
Okay.
I didn't do my face. Does it look like I did my face?
Come on!
I was born like this. Michael doesn't look like me like this.
And this is how it felt.
Really?
She's explaining it to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying really.
He looked like Michael, you know, the brown skin tone Michael. That's not who I look like. I look like at the one that he made himself to be.
Stop it. Get some help.
Courtney, you okay?
Ooh. Miss Mexico becoming Miss Universe overnight after some controversy earlier in the pageant.
Mexico, where are you? If you follow the order from your national director, you are the man.
You are not respecting me as a woman.
What? Mama, why you stand up? Security.
Excuse me?
Stop. Stop. Security. Stop.
A number of fellow contestants left with her in protest.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
The official later saying he was misheard and apologized.
Netflix is announcing a definitive agreement to buy Warner Brothers in a multi-billion-dollar deal.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 What the f happened? Hey!
Look, I know this seems really, really sudden and just sort of unfair and cruel.
But it's non-negotiable.
But it's non-negotiable.
The rich are eating the rich. Billie Eilish calls out Elon Musk on her IG story. It all started when Elon Musk was just announced as the world's first trillionaire, and Billie Eilish posted this slide saying what Elon could do with that money. He could literally end world hunger just by spending $40 billion every year. He could help save endangered species. Musk could pay $1 to $2 billion annually to bring all of them down to endangered status. With that amount of money, he can even rebuild all of Gaza. It says at just $53.2 billion, Musk could rebuild Gaza in the occupied West Bank, according to the EU. And what came after was a straight shot at the trillionaire.
I need some money. I'ma do with 200. What's not clicking, Steven? Cash at me right now.
Notice how Selena's trying to hold Benny Blanco's hand the whole time, but he only gives her attention when a fan's trying to take a picture. The instant running back to get in a pic with Sel. Now that clip was posted to the NBA after they were courtside, and people were saying he didn't want to hold her hand, but as soon as he saw her taking a pic with a fan, he ran to join in. Interesting. I swear he hates Selena. He always runs away from her, then remembers people started making videos of him humiliating her, and then he came back. If it was Justin, Haley would be having a bunch of pro-RS TikTokers saying that Justin hates Haley. Like, imagine the Selena kissing you and you trying to act nonchalant about it and then not even holding her hand. That's crazy, Benny. That's crazy. Literally, no action, no interaction. Oh, but you have your eyes open for that. The open mouth when the dancers are in front of them, that's crazy. Like, anytime he can get a picture of Selena to post for some clout, I feel like he takes that chance heavily. Because why are you taking a picture of that engagement ring that we've seen millions and millions of times through your wedding pictures at courtside? She's not even looking.
You're overly affectionate and needy with a man. It teaches him that he is the prize.
I'm assuming, did Benny propose, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she proposed. No, yeah, it was good, dear. Yeah, she proposed.
I said I love you first.
Yeah.
Who said it first?
Me.
You did.
She said it first. She just goes, I love you. And I said, what? What? And she goes, I love you. And I said,
I don't remember.
I was like, go back to bed. And then, no, she said it a few times. She asked me out.
What? It was crazy. It was crazy.
No!
Selena is so insane. So insane. When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes early. She would wait outside, but she didn't realize that my cameras could see like down the street, and her car would just be parked outside for like 30 minutes. And she would just wait until it was time to come in.
Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
So as we all know, Brandy and Monica has been on the Boy Is Mine tour, and it's a really good tour, and Kelly Rowland is one of the featured artists. And you know, Beyonce and Kelly is like this. They've been like this. It's family over there. So Beyonce been coming to like 3 or 4 shows, but she only been staying for Kelly Rowland. And you know, Beyonce a busy lady. Maybe she working on Act 3 or whatever it is, so maybe she got things to do, but she going to see Kelly and then leaving. But the issues and speculation started happening when Beyonce ended up in a picture with Monica, Kelly Rowland, Patti LaBelle, and Solange, but Brandy was not in the picture. Ray J made a video asking Beyonce and Jay-Z, why haven't y'all came and spoke to Brandy at none of the shows that y'all been to?
I'm just saying, like, need to pull up, like, when they come to the show, come say what's up to Brandy too, Jay-Z and Beyonce. And we know y'all there, and we love y'all, and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica's shows and never say what's up to B and take all the pictures and all that, I mean, it just, I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please, like, you guys are the biggest 2 stars in the world. So we know you there. Just, you know, y'all walk by Brandy room, just pull up, say what's up, B, have a good show.
I don't want to hear that. Because first of all, how do you know? How do you know that that's true?
Quack.